Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I just wanted to make a quick video about the interesting Vedic astrology prediction that I found yesterday by Narasimha Rahu. He's a Vedic Brahmana from India who is working in some tech job in the USA. And he is predicting that there will be a world war or a biggest major war in the year 2030. And there might be a minor war in March or April 2022. Let's watch the video together.
When Saturn and Mars conjoin in Makara Rasi, Capricorn, is a problematic period. So I do expect something to break out in that period. It may not develop into a large scale war, but there will be some aggression, most likely by China. China is likely to engage in an aggression in next March April time frame, most likely in the Taiwan area, Taiwan region, in the South China Sea region. And after some aggression, things may be back under control, but the thing is, it will destabilize the situation enough so that it will trigger a chain of events over the next few years, and that will eventually lead to the world war that I expect in 2030, 2031. And one more thing is, people ask me, is there a danger of war between China and India? Because there has been a lot of movement by China on India's border. But I do expect, just like I predicted last year, was it last year or the year before, when there was a similar tension, I wrote on Facebook that it will be diffused. There won't be a war between China and India, and I expect the same thing now. I expect lot of hangama there, lot of crazy developments there, but in the end, it will be diffused. It will be just a diversionary tactic. China's real aggression will be in the South China Sea, and most likely it will be in the April time frame, March-April time frame. And I hope in this particular case my prediction is wrong, because if that happens, it will set a chain of events for the coming decade or so. So it will be really problematic. So I hope that doesn't happen. So these are some of the things I wanted to talk about. If there is something. Oh, by the way, people keep asking me, what is the future of Hinduism? Will Hinduism remain, etc.? I don't expect Sanatana Dharma to disappear. Sanatana Dharma will remain, and it is a problematic decade for Hinduism. The onslaught from Christian missionaries and some other forces, let me not name them, the onslaught will continue in India over the next decade or so. So Hindus have to be aware, and Hindus have to arise and take care of Hinduism. But at the same time, all this will eventually lead to a Hindu awakening, and I don't expect Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma to disappear from it. I expect, actually, after all the upheaval that I talk about, that Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma will actually lead the world. So I don't expect any danger in the long term, but in the short term, the answer.
Okay, so I think you got the picture. And this is quite interesting because according to this Prabhupada memory by Amaranda Das, Prabhupada also predicted something about World War III. Let's watch it together.
In Chicago, 75, I'm not sure. Prabhupada came for the Chicago Rath Yatra. I was in one darshan, and Prabhupada said several things that stood out in my mind. First of all, he said there would be a war with China. I'd never heard that. He had talked about India and Pakistan being the spark that ignites World War III. He had said that many times. And by the way, that's still a distinct possibility. That could still happen at any time. It's not like, in terms of geopolitical reality, India and Pakistan is always a possibility. They both have nuclear weapons. It could happen at any time. But he said, the Chinese, I don't know how we got on that subject, but he said the Chinese, yes, there will be a war with China. And everybody was kind of like shocked. Prabhupada never said that before. And he said, yes, the Chinese, they are the lowest because they will eat anything. Therefore, they are lowest. I said, Prabhupada, isn't there any way to avoid it? And Prabhupada just shook his head, no. They will eat anything. He said that several times.
So that's quite interesting, this Prabhupada memory. So I posted this in the Ishtagoshti group, but Pratyatosa Das A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami is of another opinion. He is saying, this is nonsense. First, almost everything predicted by Vedic astrology never comes true. Second, Amarenda is a lawyer. Lawyer means liar. Take anything he says with a grain of salt. Third, for example, Amarenda says, Prabhupada said that several times about an Indian-Pakistan conflict starting World War III, but it's only in the Vedabase once. Four, how convenient. After years of hearing no such thing, now that war with China seems more likely than war with the, I think he's meaning USSR, which no longer even exists. We have a brand new Prabhupada said from Amarenda, the lawyer, in quotes, liar. Fifth, Hansadutta, another example of someone who's confused about reality because of taking too much LSD, says that he asked Srila Prabhupada what will the devotees do while the war is going on, but according to the Vedabase transcription, it was Pancha Dravida who said that. There's the only time that I've been able to find the in the Vedabase where Srila Prabhupada talks about a future World War III. He said that it would happen very soon. What does very soon mean? Questionnaire. Hasn't very soon already passed? He also said that the only preparation that his disciples needed to do to prepare for World War III is to chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada, all Western adventure to keep people in darkness, and that is going on. Now it will be smashed by the next war. Next war will come very soon. Tamal Krishna, oh, Prabhupada, yes. Tamal Krishna, next war. Prabhupada, your country, America, is very much eager to kill these communists, and the communists are also very eager. So very soon there will be war, and perhaps India will be the greatest sufferer. Tamal Krishna, greatest? Devotees, sufferer. Brahmananda, sufferer. Prabhupada, because America is aiming to start the war from India. Brahmananda, oh. Prabhupada, yes, because India and Russia, they are, Brahmananda, they are friendship. Prabhupada, no, side by side. If the war is started from India, Rupanuga, so India will become Prabhupada, and the Russians are already here already, I have heard, with soldiers and not soldiers, I mean to say Hamsadutta missiles. Prabhupada, yes, they are also vigilant. Vishnu John, will that help our preaching, Prabhupada? Prabhupada, preaching will be very nice after the war, when both of them, especially Russia, will be finished. Rupanuga, they want to make India the battleground. Paramahansa, also Prabhupada, Aitreya Rishi said that the Arabs are preparing for the war. They are buying billions and billions of dollars worth of missiles and jets and tanks from America. Prabhupada, yes, so they are being prepared. War will soon start. Vishnu John, the Arab men are all going to America to be trained in the armed forces there. Prabhupada, Vishnu John, in all the armed forces centers in America, they train the Arab nations to fight. Prabhupada, oh. Vishnu John, they let the young man come into the US to learn how to use the missiles and everything. Pancha Dravida, recently this Bhutto of Pakistan, he was very happy because they were talking about lifting a 10-year holding on arms from the United States, and now they say Pakistan will soon get arms from America. Prabhupada, yes, they are getting. They are already getting. The Pakistan will start the war with India, and then everything will be devotees, oh woo. Devotees, Pakistan will start a war. Pancha Dravida again, they have started the war maybe 8 times. Prabhupada aside, no, we can go. Pancha Dravida, what will the devotees do while the war is going on? Prabhupada, chant Hare Krishna. Devotees, Jai. Prabhupada, you have got only business. Reference, Vedabase Morning Walk, World War III, April 4th, 1975 in Mayapur. So, then I posted another prediction from Narasimha Rao about our current situation, and he made this already earlier. It's on his website. You can see the link here, vedicastrologer.org/prediction/index HTML. The period 2000 to 2030 will see tremendous geopolitical transformation and rearrangement. The change may be drastic in 2015 till 2020. What happened in 2020? I guess everybody knows that by now. I don't want to mention it here. The big disease. Fall of capitalism as we know it. When communism fell in 1980s, world assumed that capitalism won, but capitalism as we know it will fall soon in 2000 till 2030. The changes will be quite rapid during 2015 to 2025. What are we experiencing right now? Eventually, capitalism will be replaced by a new ideology that will be based more on fairness and dharma. One might also call it neo-communism or New World Order. Mission Angeles predictions for USA, China. Please check out brief write-up on Facebook. The link is here to Facebook. Okay, then he's making another prediction about Narendra Modi. You can read it on his website. It's not so important right now. So I replied to Pratyatosa because I'm thinking his view is a little bit, maybe too extreme. I said Narasimha Rao uses a sort of slightly different Vedic astrology. Let's maybe call it Neo-Vedic astrology because he did some research and he uses some slightly different system. Astrology is not that accurate in Kali Yuga, of course, so take it with a grain of salt. I just thought it interesting because it corresponds to the Prabhupada memories. And then I said the world karma can always be changed, just like the Sankirtan averted the war between US and UdSSR or the Soviet Union. So if enough people in India start chanting Hare Krishna, this can be averted. The solution is to chant more, your servant. So there was a prediction by Prabhupada that the atom bomb would be used, but it never happened. Prabhupada said something like this: within 15 years the atom bombs will be used, but because the devotees were doing street sankirtan, distributing so many books, apparently the world karma was changed. So there's a big warning for India. If they want to avert this, then more people in India should seriously chant Hare Krishna every day. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hari Bol.